Okay, good day class. Today's topic is balancing of chemical equations. In balancing of chemical equations, we are going to consider subscripts and integer. Take a look at this. If you look at this integer A, is for the two atoms, the two elements N and O. Why this X is for N alone, and Y is for O alone. Total number of N, total atoms present, total atom present, N equals to A times X, A bracket X equals to AX atoms. O equals to A bracket Y total AY atoms, where A, X, and Y are real numbers, e.g. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Because the letter A belongs to the two atoms, while the letter X, the number X belongs to N, Y belongs to O. So if you can understand this very well, we shall now use the theory of LCM to balance chemical equation. Now take a look at this, because you have to understand that without chemical equation, without a given example, human brain is always at 0. But let me use some examples to back up this particular explanation so that you will understand it. Let's take a look at this. Assuming you are given this to balance, balance this particular equation. You look at it, nitrogen is already balanced. Nitrogen is balanced, one nitrogen. Oxygen is 2 oxygen here. At the left hand side, at the right hand side, we have 2 oxygen. But at the left hand side, we have 2 oxygen, right hand side oxygen. Oxygen balance, nitrogen balance. But hydrogen is not balanced. If you look at it very well, you will see that hydrogen here is 3. Now hydrogen here is what? Hydrogen here is 2. The LCM of 3 for hydrogen, left, right, 3, 2. LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. 6, then it becomes by the time you look at it, what number will multiply 3 to give us 6? Since the LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. Number to multiply 3 to give us 6 is 2. We multiply by 2. Number to multiply 2 to give us 6 is 3. We multiply by 3. Hydrogen now balance. 6 hydrogen. Hydrogen balance. 6. 2 times 3, 6. 3 times 2, 6. Now nitrogen. Nitrogen here is 2 at the left. Nitrogen at the right is 1. LCM of 1 and 2 is 2. Number to multiply 1 to give us 2 is 2. Nitrogen balance. Hydrogen balance. Oxygen here. Oxygen. Left. Right. If you look at the number of oxygen at the left, we have 2. At the right, we have 2 times 1, 2, plus 3 times 1, 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Oxygen is not balanced. How do we balance oxygen? Since oxygen is not balanced, you look at it at the left hand side. Let a letter be here. A letter will multiply. Something will multiply 2 and give us 5. Let that be x. Let it be x. Let it be x. What will be here? Let it be x. X. Then 2 times x. 2x equals to 5. Then make x the subject of the formula. We have x equals to 5 over 2. Then we can now rewrite the equation. It becomes 2 NH3 plus 5 over 2 O2, giving us 2NO plus 3H2O. This equation is balanced. But if you want to show your bad aspect of mathematics, that is what do I mean by showing the bad aspect of mathematics? You remove the fraction. You remove the fraction by multiplying everything by the denominator of the fraction. And what is the denominator of the fraction here is 2. By the time we use 2 to multiply everything, 2 times 2, 4. 4NH3 plus 5 over 2 times 2 is 5. O2. 2 times 2, 4NO plus 2 times 3, 6H2O. The two equations are balanced. This is correct. If you have to balance it, you can stop here, you can stop here. That is how to balance chemical equation. If you look at it, let us take another example. Another given example given to us so that we understand this properly. H2 plus O2 giving you H2O. Remember, this is the elementary part of chemistry, and if you do not know how to balance chemical equation, there is nothing, practically nothing you can do in chemistry. If you look at the number of hydrogen here, the number of hydrogen here happens to be 2. At the right hand side, 2. Oxygen, 2 at the left, 1 at the right. Since oxygen is not balanced, we look at it this way. Oxygen, left, right, 2, 1. What is the LCM of 1 and 2 and 1? LCM of 2 and 1 equals to 2. If it is equals to 2, you look at it. If it is equals to 2, you look at it this way. You multiply the right hand side by 2, then it becomes H2 plus O2 equals to H2O. Since oxygen here is 1, 1 times 2 will give us 2. Is 2. Oxygen is balanced. Now, hydrogen. If you look at hydrogen now, hydrogen here is 2. Hydrogen here is 4. Hydrogen. Left. Right. Hydrogen here is 2. Hydrogen here is 2 times 2, 4. It means that the LCM of 2 and 4, LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. If LCM of 2 and 4 is 4, think of a number to multiply 2 to give us 4. Then it becomes 2H2 plus O2, giving us 2H2O. This equation is balanced. Or you balance it this way. You balance it this way, assuming it's like this. H2 plus O2, giving you H2O. To balance it now, hydrogen is balanced already. Balanced. Hydrogen balanced 2, 2. Oxygen is not balanced. We have oxygen, left, right, 2, 1. Think of something. What is the fraction that will multiply 2 to give us 1? Take that particular fraction to be x. Then you now say 2 times x, 2x equals to 1. Make x the subject of the formula, then x equals to 1 over 2. Then replace it. It becomes H2 plus 1 over 2 O2, giving H2O. This equation is balanced. This and this are the same. By the time you try to remove this particular fraction, you go back to this equation, showing that the two of them are correct. Let us remove it. Show your balance method of mathematics by trying to remove the fraction from this particular equation. You multiply all through by the denominator of the fraction. And what is the denominator of the fraction is 2. Multiply all through by 2. Then 2H2 plus half times 2 is 1. No need of writing 1. O2. 2H2O. It has come back to the initial one that we got. So this is balancing of chemical equation. If you take it slow and steady, you will understand it, because it's one of the initial, it's one of the basic aspects of chemistry. Because anything you are trying to do in chemistry that involves chemical equation, you must balance the chemical equation first before you can do one or two things on it. You have to balance the chemical equation first. So you must learn how to balance chemical equation. This is the technology now, and this education of this moment has gone beyond someone memorizing, has gone beyond you memorizing chemical equation. You don't need to memorize. You have to know why it is like that and how to balance it. Some equations are balanced and some people do not know because they don't used to see it that way. Just like a student who used to see this as a balanced chemical equation. Any day he or she is being given this, he or she will not know that this equation and this are the same. How do you know whether they are the same? How many oxygen here is 1 at the right hand side, 1 at the left hand side, because half times 2 is 1. The number at the right hand side of hydrogen is 2. That of left hand side is also 2. Showing the equal balancing, equal number of atoms for a given element at the reactant side and at the product side shows that the chemical equation is balanced.